Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamualaikum. Ji ayanu. Pakhair agale. Ni hao. Tuna shumme. Washmale. Ohio Gonzaimes. Guten Morgen. Hola. Bonjour. Privet. Kaifa hal? Hale shumat chatore. Ahlan wa sahlan. Marhaba. Buna. Mucho. Gracias. Swabia. Balli kare aya. And a very happy Eid Mubarak to everybody who's out there. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into PT while you're watching World This Morning special transmission on the first day of Eid. And I'm glad that I could actually, kind of leave everything back at home and kind of come to the studio and rest for a while as well. Because at home, there were so many things to do, and thank God I'm here in the studios. But with me, ladies and gentlemen, the very amazing, the very talented, the very pretty, the not to repeat dress kind of lady, ladies and gentlemen, she is Miss SHIZA HASHMI. Hello, SHIZA. Eid Mubarak.
Khair Mubarak. Eid Mubarak to you too as well, and to everyone watching out there. Well, I really want to make a comment over here. Every other morning, I say that Shazad happens to be the energy quotient of the show, and it is well, yes, so true.
Thank you.
Because in your opening, while you did take all of the greetings and you did take a lot of time, I think you nailed it. So I thank you actually for bringing that to the show.
That. I feel so wonderful and such a compliment. Actually, I think that SHIZA has actually picked up on one of those advices which I was giving a few days ago as well. That even if you mean it, even if you do not, kind of compliment anybody who comes right in front of your face as well. But thank you very much, SHIZA, for such kind words as well. And since we only live like 2 streets apart as well, so I'm obviously kind of waiting for my part of ghost. So please make sure that you send in quite a lot as well.
Okay, I was going to say maybe I'll swap something else with ghost, like maybe,
Ran?
Okay, well, we'll figure that out. But here's the thing. I hope this day goes amazing for all of you who are watching. Let's just explain it to the ones who are not celebrating Eid, because, well, our show actually airs in more than 40 countries in the world, so it's not just Muslims watching us.
Exactly.
Well, this day happens to be really, really important for us. This is we do have 2 Eids every year, 2 of the festivities that are so close to our heart religiously as well. And this one happens to be the second one, or the bigger one, Eid Ul Azha, where it's a sunnah, it's a tradition of this very Eid or this very day to actually sacrifice an animal in the name of God, and then share what the sacrifice is with the people who are underprivileged, with the people that you care about, that is your friends and family, and also keep a piece for yourself because you are important too. So I feel like there are so many lessons that we draw from this day. We love to celebrate it every other year as well, and this time with you, I think we're even more happy.
Exactly, and that's wonderful. And ladies and gentlemen, throughout the day, obviously, you'll be witnessing some amazing programs as well. We have some amazing guests over here in the studios with us as well. But very quickly, before we actually indulge into any kind of conversation and start enjoying our day as well, which obviously everybody's supposed to do out there. We hope and pray that everybody out there is doing wonderfully well, and that you guys are actually looking after each other as well. You guys are following the SOPs, because everybody needs to do that. Please make sure that just stay at home, or probably just call all of your relatives. The spread's on the rise again as well. Number 1. Number 2, number 2, when we actually talk about the real essence behind Eid Ul Azha, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Sunnat Ibrahimi. And one thing which I want to talk about, and that is that these days, we kind of are more into or more inclined towards yaar kiska bada bakra tha aur kiski badi gaye thi. Rather, the essence was the father and son having that conversation. Kya maine ek khwaab dekha hai, and all of that, everybody knows that as well. So please make sure that you sit down with your parents, have a good time, conversations, make sure that that they're happy with you, because as kids, that's what we want. I mean, I would not want anybody's approval for myself, but I would really want my parents to look at me and be like, hey yaar, we are proud of you, or something like that. Agar ammi abbu aapka dil nahi bhi kar raha, to aaj program dekhne ke baad keh dena yaar, keh dena. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a small something to share. It's a surprise. Yes, please go ahead, take a look at it, and once you guys will come back, I need to ask SHIZA whether is it important for somebody to not repeat a dress or whether they should. I mean, I'm repeating my dress,
$1 million
and
question.
there's a reason for that, but after the report, let's do that.
Okay.
Muslims around the world have begun celebrating the annual festival of Eid Ul Azha, the festival of sacrifice, which falls on the 12th and last month of the Muslim lunar calendar. As the coronavirus pandemic rages, many Muslim-majority countries, including Pakistan, have announced restrictions on public gatherings. Muslims believe the Prophet Ibrahim was tested by God, who commanded him to sacrifice his firstborn son, Ismail. Ibrahim was prepared to submit to the command, but God stayed his hand. Instead, he was told to sacrifice an animal, likely a lamb or sheep. The occasion is marked by the sacrifice of an animal that Muslims can eat, a goat, sheep, cow, or camel, by those who can afford to do so. In many parts of the Muslim world, special livestock markets are set up for people to buy an animal for the Eid sacrifice. The animal sacrifice comes with an element of charity, as the person paying for the sacrifice is required to distribute parts of it to others. The meat of the sacrificed animal is divided among three groups: the person sacrificing it and their immediate family, extended family and friends, and those in need. The event marks the end of Hajj, a 5-day pilgrimage all able bodied and financially capable Muslims are obliged to undertake once in their lifetime. The pilgrimage is believed to cleanse the soul of sins and instill a sense of equality, sisterhood, and brotherhood. This year, however, Saudi Arabia announced it would hold a very limited Hajj because of the coronavirus pandemic, with only people living in the kingdom allowed to take part in the pilgrimage.
Ladies and gentlemen, we obviously want to congratulate each and everybody who actually got a chance this year around to, go and attend pilgrimage as well, because it's further, and for everybody who can actually afford to do so. So you guys were the lucky ones. Because of COVID, there was a very lesser amount of people who actually went in. I think it was roughly 60,000 people who were there to attend the pilgrimage as well. So congratulations. And for everybody who's watching us right now, we hope and pray that next year around, inshallah, we get the chance to go and do the pilgrimage as well, because this is one thing which I so want to do. My parents have done it, my sisters have done it. I've been there for Umrah, but now I seriously want. Allah Mia, please make sure that we do that as well.
Inshallah.
Coming back to the question.
All right.
Yes. So would you be rather that person who would repeat, have three pictures 3 years apart, wearing the same dress, or would you be like, okay, you know what, I cannot repeat a dress?
You know what, usually I wouldn't mind repeating at all, because I do take good care of my stuff.
Okay.
But because of the nature of my job and I have to appear on screen every day, I feel like I have to try to at least not repeat clothes. But there are days when I do, of course.
Right.
But this one, I mean, if we're talking about Eid shows, it happens once a year, so I would really enjoy newer clothes.
Wow.
Not to mention that the one I'm wearing already is actually not new, but yes.
But yeah, it looks new to me as
Thank
well, and
you.
you look wonderfully well as well. But with me, ladies and gentlemen, this waistcoat, I think I've done like 6 or 7 Eid shows in it as
Yeah.
well. And even in this kurta, I've done a lot of shows, and the reason was that within our family, this is how we were brought up as well.
Okay.
So with Choti Eid, we'll always have new kapre and whatnot. But with Badi Eid, we always wanted our domestic help to have new clothes rather than us. So which is why we kind of opted for this one as well. And yeah, I think this was a bigger debate within my household as well, because whether we wanted new clothes for kids or not. But obviously for kids, everybody wants to enjoy their Eid and looks perfectly well, especially when you have a lot of cousins, everybody, if somebody kind of shows up and be like, hey, you know what, I'm wearing a new dress. So, you really want your children to feel that way as well. How was it when you were a kid?
Well, you know what, we always used to hear, until date we do hear, and I actually now understand that Eid to bachon ki hoti hai. Well, while of course we are while of course we all observe it together, but I think the fun element of it is actually very much related to kids, because it depends on them how they take the spirit of it forward. Of course, we can teach them how important this day is. We can teach them the value or significance in the religion. But I think it's their innocence that actually brings out the fun in this as well. Hai na? It's so cute actually to have kids who are really, really happy to celebrate Eid. But I think things are so different now, Shazad. Kids I know now, even my siblings for that matter, they want to spend their entire Eid days in PJs, man, and they will just wake up for, well, nashta or probably some food, and maybe when it's time for the gram to take a picture or a selfie, they will get ready, they will do that. But
and then they will take at least an hour to get ready as well. Okay, yaar, aao sab pictures le lete hain, ek minute mein ready ho ke aati hu.
Do you think that the spirit is dying down?
No, I don't think at all. I mean,
Good to hear that.
It totally varies from family to family as well, because we are a bigger family, alhamdulillah. One of us will eventually be so energetic that he or she is going to pull everybody else into the frame as well, and kind of have that good conversation. And on the first day of Eid, we always look forward to having dinner at our Appa's place, and she always does that. Even though Appi, you really do not need to do that, but yes, thank you very much for doing that as well. And then tomorrow, inshallah, everybody will be over to our place. But this kurta and this waistcoat is just for this show as well, because as soon as I'm going to go back, I'll actually have to wear some shorts, which I'm ready to throw afterwards as well, because there's a lot of work which is pending, and mom might be waiting with a lot of bigger parats as well, and be like, hey, you know what, bada gosht isme, chota gosht isme, ran isme, and so whatever, this is the festivity. I hope everybody's enjoying savaiyan and mithai and gulab jamun out there as well, so please make sure that you remember us in your prayers. But without any further ado, are we ready?
Yes, let's
All right,
do this.
so ladies and gentlemen, this is something which we actually took a vow for as well. Me and SHIZA and the entire team, Jamshed Saab, Asnan Saab, our cameraman, everybody over here at PT World, because this is something, and I wanted to talk about it, that, whenever it's Eid, everybody wants, celebrities to be on the shows, having fun, chit chat and whatnot. We were like that, that for all of those people who made us who we are today, who come to our shows, who attend our shows regularly, they make sure that, they're going to be there, share their wisdom with our audiences. We wanted to celebrate our Eid with them because they literally are a part of our family, ladies and gentlemen, and we're lucky enough that all of them were able to take out time and be here, on the first day of Eid, leaving their families behind, leaving their wives behind, leaving their sisters, siblings behind as well. So obviously it's a great deal for us, and without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, first up, obviously we do not want everybody to eat a lot of mutton because you can fall sick as well. So we actually have a Dr. Saab over here in the studios with us, ladies and gentlemen. He happens to be the executive director for PIMS. Great guy. He is Dr. Minhajul Siraj. Hello sir, Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak.
Walaikum assalam and Eid Mubarak.
Khair Mubarak sir, and thank you very much for joining us on such an auspicious occasion. Wonderful to have you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Jazakallah sir. और अभी मैंने बातें बहुत सारी करनी है, मैं
This is just the intro.
And alongside Dr. Saab, ladies and gentlemen, we are lucky that we've actually been joined by a social activist. She happens to be SARA Khan. Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak.
Walaikum salam, Khair Mubarak.
Wow, that's wonderful. See that smile, and when somebody says Khair Mubarak, you're like, okay, wow, man, my day's done. So this is something which I look forward to. Getting up early in the morning, daughter's getting ready, coming up. Daddy, good morning. So, okay, this is an interesting story. I'm sorry if I'm taking a little longer. So the middle child, so since she was so hooked up with YouTube and iPads, so she always actually watched Nastia. This is some kid channel on YouTube.
Oh.
So she actually calls her father Daddy.
Okay.
So my eldest daughter calls me Abba. My middle child calls me Daddy, and the youngest one is actually still picking up on what to call.
Okay.
So it's very different. So imagine your kid coming up one saying, Abba, Eid Mubarak, with that smile. You're like, Yaar, Allah tera shukar hai. Shukar alhamdulillah. And for everybody who's out there, this is what we want, ladies and gentlemen, that you always are full of gratitude. Alongside Miss Sara, ladies and gentlemen, we have been joined by somebody we have a lot of gratitude to show to, because she's one of those people whom me and SHIZA, we actually have a, what do we call it, triangle kind of friendship over here, even though they do not, even though they do not include me in their whatever conversation they have, or even I do not poke my nose, but she's one of the finest colleagues we have ever come across, ladies and gentlemen. She's one of the finest anchor persons. Just recently, she's actually taken oath in the Youth Council as well. And she, ladies and gentlemen, is TAYYABA NISAR Khan. Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak.
Walaikum assalam, Khair Mubarak. So I want to add something as
Sure.
well, okay? Okay, so every time I come on your show, you guys give me a wonderful introduction, and I'm really, really thankful for that. I want to give you guys an introduction.
We need money.
So I want to give you guys an introduction.
Okay, we want you to give us an introduction, but let us just introduce one of the last guys, ladies and gentlemen, over here on the show. Just very recently, I saw his advertisement, and I was so happy. I was like, yeah, well, hey, you know what? I like this guy. He was on my show, and he was advertising for a pizza campaign as well. He's a great singer. And once he's actually going to share his vocals with each and every one of you, you will be his fan. Ladies and gentlemen, he is UMER, NAZIR. Hello, Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak.
Walaikum salam, Eid Mubarak.
Thank you very much.
You are like our Eid ka chand, because you only come when there's Eid. Otherwise, you're never on the show. But well, it's great to have you.
Time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's about time that TAYYABA is actually going to introduce us. So it's Eid Day, you can get away with that.
Yeah, why not?
So go ahead.
I'm going to introduce over here.
Yes,
Okay,
this is the camera. Go ahead.
So, ladies and gentlemen, these two finest people at PTV World, you can see his expressions as well, but you really can, but they're really funny. So, Shahzad Khan and SHIZA HASHMI, they've firstly been really, really good friends of mine. Jamshed Saab, Hasnain, they've also been really good friends. So, I actually wanted to introduce them because they've always given me really, really good introductions. So, first of all, I'll go with Shahzad. Shahzad, when he enters, so, you said that we exclude you out of our conversation, so this is like a consolation for that. So whenever Shahzad comes into the room, and I'm usually, because I have morning shift, whenever I have morning shift, we get together. So when he comes into the room, he brings this positivity. Whoa. He brings this energy, and I personally feel so energetic after that, and I get so active as well, and my 10 a.m. bulletin goes really, really well after that as well, because I'm all awake. And then we have our coffee sessions as well. So you're full of positivity, full of energy, and that's amazing.
Thank you very
Okay.
much. Wow, thank you
So
very much,
sweet.
Zaiba.
That's
Yeah.
such a sweet introduction.
Yeah, and now SHIZA HASHMI. SHIZA HASHMI has been personally one of my best friends over here at PTV World. And so her composure and her personality is really, really attractive. Because she's serious, and she's also very composed, and she's also fun to be
And
around.
off screen,
So that's
she's
what
very
I
witty
really-
as well.
Yeah, she's like, it's a really nice and fun sort of balance that she maintains, and I'm really glad that she does that, because
Thank
her
you.
family life and, you know, the workplace and everything, I think that's fantastic. And thank you for being there for me. Thank you for giving me good advices as well.
Thank you
and
very
too,
much.
Shahzad.
And we-
I always come to you guys for good advices. So
Wow,
thank you.
wonderful. As far
You're
as
so
we are
sweet.
giving good advices, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be good friends as well. And this is what everybody needs to do. But thank you very much, each and every
Yes.
one of you, for taking our time and being here, which is why I'm going to move on to Dr. Saab very quickly. So, Dr. Saab, you know, you're a very busy guy. You know, you're the executive director for PAMS. You hardly have time for your family. And even today, you've actually picked up on the program rather than spending your Eid with your family.
I'm so obliged for the PTV World to have me here. And, of course, the routine things do carry on the Eid day,
Exactly.
starting from the early morning rise up and then Eid prayers and then waiting for the kasai to turn out. Yes. Of course,
Yeah.
we are in a joint family system,
Mashallah.
so a lot of animals have to be slaughtered.
Mashallah.
And I try to slaughter one of them myself.
MashaAllah.
Oh,
Because
that's
I'm an
great.
eye surgeon, basically, so
Do you go for the eyes first?
putting knives in the eyes of the people, it is putting knife to a
You're good with
cows.
knives. Yeah.
So it's fun with me.
But Dr.
And I'm
Saab, you
happy.
were, well, the head of something so huge. And for such a person, I don't think even on your off days you would be free, right? I mean, there's always some engagement. You're always answering to someone or trying to be there. Did you ever have a duty call on Eid or similar important festivity that you couldn't say no to?
Of course, hospital is 24 hours running business.
Right.
So anytime you can face. But sometimes it is beyond the call of routine duties, like on the last Eid Ul Fitr,
Yeah.
a night before, the Prime Minister happened to visit us.
Oh,
surprise
a
visit.
surprise.
Yeah, he was out of country for Umrah,
Okay.
and nobody could believe that coming back from Umrah, he would just drive into the Pakistan Institute of Medical Sciences
Right.
to inquire about how much care we are taking of the COVID patients, how much we are prepared for the holidays,
Wow.
how much our own staff is protected or not.
And were you prepared?
Yes, I was there.
Obviously.
I happened to be there.
Which is why he's still the executive director.
We have no doubt
Alhamdulillah.
on that.
Because I try to remain professional. And it was a very candid sort of professional visit. And the Prime Minister, of course, he was satisfied with the stage of preparedness in the
Brilliant.
hospital. And of course, this time again, we are facing a challenge of the fourth wave.
Right.
Exactly.
A few days back, there has been 2 deaths from the COVID patients in younger lots.
Oh, God.
2
So
patients
sorry to
aged
hear that.
19 and 23. They passed away from COVID. So this is very alarming.
Of
And
course, it's so
people are
unfortunate.
not taking it seriously. People have the government has been aware of this fourth wave, and they've been warning us. So before this Eid holidays end and the people come back to their normal lives, I would like to share with your viewers through that we have to be very, very careful in our festivities.
Yes.
We should, even if we try to visit our families, large families gatherings, or if we try to visit our, you can say, parks and some outings, we should be observing
Very
our
careful.
SOPs. We should be careful,
Absolutely.
not to indulge with too many people around, and not. So that's it.
And sir, one
Thank you
last
for
thing, you
saying
know,
that.
before we actually move on to SARA over here as well, and that is that, you know, just a few days ago, even I went to my doctor for my routine checkup, and Dr. Saab said that, you know, why aren't you wearing a mask? So I was like, you know, sir, I've been inoculated, I've been vaccinated, you know, so I don't think there's any more need for that. But what Dr. Saab said was something very surprising. He said that even after people being vaccinated, they're still getting COVID as well. So is that true?
Yes, even my father, he got COVID positive
Alright.
after the second dose, about 2 weeks after the second dose.
Okay.
He's 90 years, mashallah, and but he's diabetic and of course very fragile at the age of 90. But Alhamdulillah, he didn't develop a very severe disease
Shukr.
because he was already inoculated.
So everybody needs to be careful.
Everybody needs to get vaccinated.
Wow,
yes.
wonderful.
Brilliant. Thank
All
you
right.
so much for saying
So
that.
now moving on to SARA. Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, these are the things which you really need to kind of take seriously. And you obviously want to celebrate or enjoy the festivity of Eid next year with your loved one. So please make sure that you follow all the SOPs as well, wear a mask, vaccinate yourself and do whatever you can do in your capacity. But moving on to SARA now. So SARA, Eid Mubarak once again. On the first day of Eid, you kind of thought about leaving your family behind and joining us. How do you feel being on the show?
I feel lovely.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
What do you usually do on Eid mornings?
Today we are going to have a lunch at our place and
Oh.
then we'll visit our nanu. And on tomorrow, inshallah, we'll be having a barbecue at my mamu's place.
Wow.
Okay, so it's a family event, right? I mean, is it always like that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
this is something I like, for example, because my sister is actually going to host dinner for her brother. And similarly, you'll be visiting your nanny's place, and then, tomorrow you will be going to your
So
mamu's
sweet.
place as well. So your mother is actually more inclined towards her family. What about your father's family? I mean, do you guys
We
invite
do
them
visit
over as
them-
well?
We do visit them the third day of Eid.
On the
Yeah.
third day of Eid. So they are for the
Relatives.
third day. So Sarah's relatives, whoever is out there, obviously it's Eid. Please forgive her. She's just a kid, okay? She does not know how to be politically correct, but it's perfectly all right. So what do? I'm going to ask you the same question as well. Is it important for you to wear a new dress on Eid every time?
I think it depends on my mood. At
Okay.
times I do want a new dress. At times I'm okay. Like if I've worn a dress for like once or twice, and I think I do not have good pictures in that dress, I think I can wear. Yeah.
But did you ever wear an older dress, on Eid?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, of
You
course.
did?
I think
Because you were
everyone
taking
did.
a longer time thinking, so I thought, probably it might not be.
I did.
Alright.
On Eid al-Fitr, yeah.
Wow, wonderful. And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming down to that one lady who looks magnificent today as well, and she's given us such amazing introduction, so I'll probably be trying to kind of giving her some good words as well, whatever my vocabulary can contemplate. But
Yeah.
Tayyiba, how about you? How's your Eid going so far?
So Eid is going well. I've been here, spending my Eid with you guys and doing the shift.
Mashallah.
But yes, it's been going well so far.
Well, you always have Eid shifts.
Yes,
Do
I
you
do.
pick them or are you given them?
So I don't know if it's my luck
Okay.
or if it's just the way it is. Somehow, whenever I get my schedule changed, the
Oh, it
Eid
falls on Eid. Oh.
on that schedule. So it's unfortunately my luck, I guess. So I usually get I don't take holidays on Eid because I'm not going to Lahore these days because of coronavirus. Because that's where my relatives are mostly. So
Exactly.
after maybe the coronavirus ends, then I'll take holidays and I won't do my shift on Eid. So until then, I'm here.
Wow, that's wonderful. Which is why, this is something which I can remember from Choti Eid as well, because Tayyiba's sister was here and she was kind of complaining that she makes a mess in the kitchen as well. So which is why I'm going to actually ask her the same question. Are you guys going to make a mess this time around as well?
Okay, so I made kabli pulao once.
Wow.
So this time I think I'm going to make kabli pulao and she's the one who's going to clean up.
Who's going to clean?
No,
She's
I
just gonna
exactly
clean, yeah.
remember her words. You know what she said? She said that, she actually plans about making something and then I end up making it. So this is how it was. Or probably it was that, okay, tum dishes banao, main dishes dhaungi. Nahi, main khana banati hu, tum dishes
yeah,
dhaungi.
it's like that. It's like that.
There's
Yeah.
always a
So she's the one who
compromise.
usually cooks, and I'm the one who cleans up. But that was before her marriage. But now afterwards, she cleans and cooks at her place, and I clean and cook. So we usually don't believe a lot in domestic help because ek to hum log child labor pe believe nahi karte. We don't
Okay.
believe in child labor at all.
that's
so we
brilliant.
try not to have children as our helpers. And the older ones, it's really hard sometimes to handle them. So we try to avoid that and we cook ourselves. So it's a
Nice.
lot of mess, a lot of work as
No,
well.
but why don't you give an employment opportunity to somebody who's at least 20 or 25,
That's
so that
not a
they
child.
can
They're not
benefit as
children.
well.
Yeah, if they're okay and if
Yeah.
they're decent enough to spend some time, then why not?
Wow, that's wonderful. So over here, ladies and gentlemen, what a wonderful day on Eid Day. We actually have a vacancy for everybody who's out there. If you know somebody, Tayyiba is actually looking for domestic help, and that too, that person really needs to be above 20. That's the criteria.
Above
yes?
18.
Or
Must
above
be
18.
passionate about their work.
Must be passionate. I don't know. Because there's a similar incident which I heard the other day. My father was sharing it with me, sir, and he said that we guys were very young, and so he was working full time, and we were 7 siblings, so we were supposed to be taken to our schools by the driver. So Abu was like, I asked elsewhere around, I was like, if anybody could actually find a good driver for me. So one day, there's this guy who came up, and so Abu thought to himself that, okay, driver hi hoga, kisi ne bheja hoga. So he gave him the car key. So we had 2 cars then, one was Mehran, the other was Kia or something. and then all of a sudden he heard a bang, and then he was like, okay, what happened? So he actually banged the Mehran into the Kia. Abu ignored it. Abu was like, okay, he might be nervous, you know,
My heart would
something like that. So the next day there was another bang noise as well. Now this time the Kia was banged into the Mehran, and so Abu was like, sir, do you know how to drive? He thoda idea hai sir mujhe. So Abu ne kaha, what were you doing before? He was like, I was a cook before. So I was like, why didn't you tell me? He was like, you didn't ask me. You just gave me the key of the car as well. So yeah, funny incidents do take place. So make sure that you take a good interview of the candidate, whoever's coming over to your place. But moving on to Umar now. Haji, Nazir Saab, how are you?
Alhamdulillah.
How's the day going for you so far?
The day begins with namaz.
Alhamdulillah.
Of course, then the process of Qurbani begins. Then by afternoon, on every Eid, like we are free from distributing the meat among our neighborhoods. So we usually avoid to go outside on the first day of Eid because there's a lot of course at home. So then on the second day, we go outside. We go to meet our relatives with friends, and on the third day, I go out with my friends and we have a jam and we have a barbecue party. And
oh, that's wonderful. Which is why, you know, this is something which makes me think, because obviously I've been through those days myself. So on Eid day, you know, you're actually looking forward to visiting somebody's place कि वहाँ तो गोश्त देना ही देना है. You know, have you been?
No, not yet, not yet.
Such a place as well कि अम्मी ज़रा इसमें गोश्त डाले, and you know, so you're actually going to see someone, but you indirectly wanted to see somebody else. And with that too, obviously the excuse is कि यार गोश्त देने आए.
No.
No? Never?
I mean, I don't think that I'm going to believe that.
Shazad, did you do that?
Obviously, I did that, you know.
Abhi,
when I was a kid, I
I
liked
can
somebody,
accept.
and you know, I didn't really had any conversation with them, so I would just go to their home and be like, "Ammi ne gosh
Well,
bheja."
well, but you know, it's a thing. If you do like people generally as well, I think you want to do good for them. So, for example, if you're making packs for one of my favorite puppos, I'll be like, oh, this one is supposed
Badi
to go
boti
to
dalo
me. So I think that's care, right? I mean, for the people you care about. But Umar, you are now, of course, on to music as well. You have been for so long, and you're getting recognized and all. But then you were in a TVC, that was?
Yes, alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah, that's brilliant as
And
well.
he did a great job.
Of course, of course. What are you planning to do next? Who is Umar? I mean, he's different than we knew him last.
No. It was a good experience for me working as an actor.
That's nice.
DVC. It was a DVC of Cheesiest.
Yes.
It was a nice experience for me.
Okay.
And I'll pursue it.
Wow,
pursue-
wonderful. And you
oh.
should always pursue it as well. And
That's
you know, so
great.
the sole reason we were actually referring to it as TVC was because they didn't pay us. Because they paid you, you took the name as well. And their pizza is great, by the way. So, you know, today, since it's Eid, are you going to share something with us?
Yes.
Please go ahead. What are you going to share with us? तबीयत जो है इसकी बड़ी ख़वातीन ज़रात आशिकाना सी है. So let's see what he's going to share with us.
So he's a brilliant singer,
Mashallah.
mashallah. Amazing.
I'm gonna sing Khamaj.
Okay, wonderful. About fusion, right?
सावन भी तो जाए पहरवा, सावन भी तो जाए पहरवा, मन मेरा घबराए, मन मेरा घबराए, ऐसो गए परदेस पिया तुम, ऐसो गए परदेस पिया तुम, चैन हमें नहीं आए, चैन हमें नहीं आए, मोरा सैया मुँह से बोले ना, मोरा सैया मुँह से बोले ना, मैं लाख जतन कर हारे, लाख जतन कर हार गए, मोरा सैया मुँह से बोले ना, मोरा सैया मुँह से बोले ना. प्यार तुम्हें कितना करते हैं, प्यार तुम्हें कितना करते हैं, तुम ये समझ नहीं पाओगे, तुम ये समझ नहीं पाओगे, जब हम ना होंगे तो पहरवा, जब हम ना होंगे तो पहरवा, बोलो क्या तब आओगे, बोलो क्या तब आओगे, मोरा सैया मुझसे बोले ना, मोरा सैया मुझसे बोले ना, मैं लाख जतन कर हारे, लाख जतन कर हार गए, मोरा सैया मुझसे बोले।
Wow. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we finally know why he does not really need to go to anybody's place to give the ghost, because he can sing and call them to their place as well.
Well, I mean, imagine how it must be to have that voice. I would continuously sing for myself. And I would actually spend all day
Wonderful,
doing
yeah.
that.
You've
Thank you
got
so much.
scintillating vocals. You
Amazing,
yourself are an
mashallah.
amazing guy as well. With that, Dr. Saab, you know, while I was asking him this question, I'm sorry, but I'm going to ask you this question as well. You know, जवानी के दिन से बड़े ही अच्छे होते हैं, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह. तो सबके गुजरते हैं, तो आपको भी बड़ा गोश्त पैकेट का किसी घर लेके
Image बनाने के लिए.
अदबाना तरीके से.
वैसे my mother, she has been the one who was distributing it,
Alhamdulillah.
so that was her duty.
You never got a chance?
No. And,
He's actually refused very respectfully, and I don't think that I should actually push it any further as well.
But
Which-
Dr. Sab, I
Yeah.
actually have a question. If you can probably draw comparison, if you agree with my statement, do you think that compared to some decades, maybe two even, let's say, traditions have changed? The Eid you used to experience earlier with your family, is it different now? Now, of course, there must be kids, there must be grown-up kids, there must be different dynamics and everything. How is it different?
yeah, because couple of decades back, it was my
You were the
father.
kid.
Yes, my father who was responsible for. But now I'm the senior most in the family, so I have to take all the responsibility. Going out in the markets, roaming around Pindi, Islamabad,
Right.
picking up the animals and bringing them home, because the spirit of sacrifice is also not just buying an animal on the last night before Eid.
Of course.
The thing is that if you don't develop some affiliation with that animal and you are not getting hurt while it is being slaughtered, then you don't feel the spirit of the Qurbani.
True.
Absolutely. And thank you. Yes, please go on.
So that is it. The things, of course, being now being the responsible for all the family, to the thing, the perspective has changed, but the routine has not changed.
Okay,
Yes,
roles
get-
might have been changed,
Yeah.
right? And I think it's, thank you so much for bringing that up, because I feel like I was sort of lacking that. We have to talk about it, Shazad. When the entire spirit of this Eid and then buying this animal to sacrifice, I think when you spoke about Sunnat Ibrahimi, it was to draw the affiliation, right? Well, of course, God made the choice to not let him sacrifice his son, but then he made sure that we sacrifice something that we are drawn close to, which is why you have to get the animal beforehand as well. I don't see that happening a lot. Maybe there have been times we weren't even close to the animal, let's be honest. As a kid we were, but now I don't think we do that. Do you think this spirit is dying down? Is it there? Is it close to you,
I don't know
your
whether
heart?
she even gets closer to the
Yeah,
goats
that's
as
what
well.
I'm
She's like,
asking.
"Ah, duri
Do you guys build that bond?
We don't, unfortunately, because I also think that the spirit is dying down slowly and
Right.
gradually. Maybe because of now people like, if I talk about the youth, I myself am included in that.
Yes, of
I
course.
think that now we are more towards getting dressed up and all, and like we don't understand the true essence of it.
Are
So
you
I-
supposed to be sad about it at
yeah,
least?
we
Feel
don't
about
because
it.
because if you have to take care of the animal if you're bringing it a
Obviously.
few days before Eid. Since we do not have anybody, my father used to take care, but now he passed away this
I'm so sorry.
February. So this Eid, it's not the same. Maybe it's because of
Obviously.
yeah.
And there is
And I'm
that
so
void, when you lose a loved one, obviously nobody can fill in that space as well. But I'm going to kind of come back to what you actually asked, Dr. Saab, and it is that roles have changed because earlier my grandfather used to go and we used to tangle along as kids as well. I used to actually pull his legs. I was like, "Aao bakra lene chale bhai." We need it. Abba ji, please, can we go and whatnot. Now, obviously, my father or my uncle, my chachu, they were never interested in it, so I have to go. So the roles have changed, but I do take a lot of interest in it.
That's
And
great.
I feel so lucky for my daughters as well because so I was eventually able to get the goats 1 month before Eid as well, and I wanted them to kind of celebrate and enjoy, and I never wanted them to feel कि यार हमारे बकरे क्यों नहीं आ रहे, कब आएंगे, and all of that, which I believe is good. So obviously, so after my grandfather, now it's my duty to do it, and the kids might feel the same as well. So so they might not think that that the roles have changed because they're enjoying the festivity as it is, but for us we have these responsibilities on us as well, which we really need to fulfill, and if you do not fulfill, you really are not there how the world will actually expect you to be as well. So I want you to kind of comment on that. What do you feel, or how do you feel about it? And did you sacrifice an animal because you, alhamdulillah, earned quite a lot?
Okay,
You're
that was
putting
on
her on the spot.
Yeah.
Go
So
on.
I personally feel that what you've said is absolutely right. There is this responsibility on the head of the family, and then this particular person ke do dant hone chahiye. Then you have to make sure that everything is supposed to be correct in that animal to sacrifice, because what our aim is to sacrifice the best out of things. And what Dr. Saab was saying, I completely agree with him that the motive is to ensure that you are, number one, close to the animal, and you experience sacrifice in its true form. And that is to bring humility within ourselves. It's very important to stay humble, because if we stay humble, then only we will be able to achieve our accomplishments and accolades, and then go forward as well. It's very important to stay grounded, and that's what this particular, I think, sacrifice brings to us. And you talked about, the sacrifices at our house. So yes, I do get close to animals. I love animals, like be it anything except for reptiles. I like animals a lot.
Polar bear or something like that. Yeah. You really do not want polar bear to be around you.
I would love it.
Really?
If you come across it, for sure.
I don't mind.
And it's reminding me of a picture of Tayyiba. I wish it came to my mind and we would have actually showed it on screen where you're holding the baby goat.
Yeah, I was holding a baby goat. So we
It
went
was
to
like
Rat
twins
Valley recently.
in a cute way.
Yeah, and I was, it seemed like I was actually
In a
strangling
cute
it.
way, I said.
But it was really cute. It was absolutely adorable. It was like a baby goat, and it came and ran towards me, and then I hugged it. It was super adorable. So yes, please don't laugh at that. But I have this story to share.
Look at my SHIZA, and I'm sorry.
I
that
said
I'm
in a
going to.
cute way.
I'm sorry that I'm rubbing it on the face, but imagine that okay, you friends, that's fine. But on television, telling your friend that you're in a picture with a goat, you guys look like twins. I mean, I will never do this to you.
Did you mind? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
See, the goat was cute. I know I'm cute, so that's
Right,
okay.
that's what I meant.
That's
that's
great,
okay.
ladies and gentlemen.
So yeah, the thing is, I want to mention this one particular incident.
Yeah.
Back in Karachi, I used to live in Karachi back then. So we had this goat, and it would watch TV from outside the window.
Aw.
And we would have our TV on, and whenever the curtains were drawn or they were, put away, the goat would come and watch TV. And it got super close to us. And once I watched this
So
video
cute.
that the sacrifice should be in a way that the goat wants to, submit to Allah Ta'ala.
All right.
So interestingly, I wanted to experiment that, of course, because I'm always very curious.
Yeah.
So I went outside, I went to the goat, and I started saying Bismillah and Allahu Akbar. And the goat, I went and I put the ears on the, eyes, and it literally lay down in front of me. And I was surprised, I was shocked, because that's how the animal, submits itself to the will of Allah.
Wow.
And that's the essence. The essence is not to just slaughter it, no.
that's
It's to, sacrifice it.
That's
So
a
beautiful
slaughter and
notion. I never
sacrifice are
thought
two
of it
different
that
terms,
way.
and that's very important to
And
take
thank you
care
very
of.
much for saying that, and I've tried it myself as well, and they lie down, and even
Exactly.
if you're not slaughtering, you just do it with your hand. You know, it's not
Yeah.
going to move.
I
as
didn't
well.
have a knife
And
at
there's something
on
I've
the,
experienced, but you know, your goat kind of, you know, looking towards the television programs, whatever it was, it might be probably because we do not have actually places to kind of tie them with. So, you know, either it's a nalka or a khidki.
Oh,
We
yeah,
tie
they're
them
often
with.
by the
So
window.
the goat might not actually have a choice other than watching the
TV.
TV as well. But moving on to you, Umar. So, आप भी कुर्बानी में हिस्सा लेते हैं अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
मैं
बच्चे अभी
हाँ अभी तो बच्चे हूँ
माशाल्लाह अभी टीवी you just did a TVC यार.
डीवीसी कर ली तो उसके बाद फर्ज तो मुझे नहीं लगता होगा.
Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah, how does your first day look like, by the way?
First day, me and my family sit together and have a dinner. So as I told you, we usually do not, go outside to visit our
Stay back.
relatives. But I prefer to go on the first day to visit graveyard to pray for my nana, nanis, dada, dadis.
Oh, that's wonderful. And on this note, we actually want you to kind of share another beautiful song. And then after that song, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a fun game to play. Let's
One
see
of our
I'm
favorites.
gonna
who's
sing-
going to win it.
I'm
Yes,
gonna sing a
please.
medley.
Okay,
Oh.
medley. I like medleys.
I'm
we all
dedicating
sing
this
along,
song
sir?
to
I'm
you
sorry.
all and all the
we-
viewers.
Do we want to ruin his song?
No. I mean, it's a medley. It's Eid, yeah. Let's do it
I'm
together.
dedicating this song to all
Yes.
of you
Okay.
Let's do
and
that.
all the viewers.
SHIZA sings really well.
Yeah, I'm the best.
मार गई उड़ीक मैनू दे गया तारीख मेरा ढोला नहीं आया है मार गई उड़ीक दिन रात दी मार गई उड़ीक मैनू दे गया तारीख मेरा ढोला नहीं आया है मार गई उड़ीक दिन रात दी कभी तो आकर हमारे दिल में बसो कभी तो देखो इधर भी हमारे दिल में तुम्हारी याद बसी तुम्ही को ढूंढे नजर भी खुदारा इतना मेरा काम करो पता मयम पमा पाम कबा कलना कला सत्ता जाम कबा पता मयम पमा पाम कबा अल्लाह मौला अल्लाह मौला अल्लाह मौला अल्लाह मौला ए मिण के हाण वाले मिण के हाण वाले मिण के साडे सजना नू कोई ना झिड़के के जना पिछे असी रुल गए के जना पिछे असी रुल गए लार शक खावर दगम स्टोर माल रोड़ा ताजा ताजा गुलुना त्रेसलोर माल रोड़ा जार शामदा मैदा मैदा राजा पूर्वाशम वड़े वड़ा वड़ा राजा ओ जार शामदा मैदा 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 पूर्वाशम वड़े वड़ा वड़ा राजा सनमा 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 अब मेरी तन्हाई है आसा
Wow, that was wonderful.
Insane, man. This is crazy.
Wonderful,
Absolutely
super.
wonderful.
But we want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. It was wonderful to have you on the first day of Eid, and we want and wish for each and every one of you that you're going to have fabulous day and fabulous Eid, and that everybody is going to look after each other as well. With that,
We are actually heading out to a very short break, actually giving you a break to go grab your nashta, or probably savaiya for that matter.
Or kaleji or pote or
for
whatever.
sure.
Yeah.
We'll be right back,
No,
and
no
in the
pote,
next
yeah.
segment,
No pote, sorry, that's in chicken.
in the next segment, we will definitely be
Ojdi.
having a newer panel of guests, and of course, even more fun. So stay tuned. Good morning,
Good
Eid
morning.
Mubarak.
Getting confused. We eat chicken.
Welcome back to everyone watching Eid Mubarak, ladies and gentlemen. Well, no matter what corner of the world you're watching our show from, this is Shazad Khan and Shiza Hashmi on behalf of the entire PTV World team, wishing you again a very happy Eid Mubarak. Well, here's the thing. In the first segment, of course, we were having a lot of fun. It was really musical. Now, we have actually changed the panel of guests.
Yep.
It is still going to be fun. But before that, I do have a question for Shazad.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I do remember this being one of your traditions, that after you guys have your family lunch at your sister's and whatnot. So your day happens to have a barbecue party.
Yeah.
And when is it?
Well, you know, it certainly depends, you know, that who's going to bring in a lot of mutton or beef for that matter, you know, because, you know, it truly depends. So for all of my friends, you know, if they can chip in, that's wonderful. But the best part is that whenever we are actually going to have this barbecue party, no matter what happens, how much mutton or beef we'll have, there'll still be people who'll be asking for chicken.
Oh my
So-
God, my husband is one of them. Can
Really?
you believe it? I'm living with a person who does not eat anything other than chicken. And I am such a meat person. I
Wow.
mean, probably it's because of my dad. We grew up with seafood. We grew up with every possible kind of meat, even once deer for that matter. But yeah, there are people who do that. My question actually,
Yeah.
the reason for asking was, I mean, you did mention that we live 2 streets away,
Yeah, yeah,
Shazad.
yeah.
So
I'll
I
be
mean,
inviting you over,
so I
inshallah.
mean, I'm never
Don't worry.
invited, and never, you know, even the leftovers, mashallah, they have such huge families and dinners and everything. I never even offered the leftovers. Where's the
This
common
time, you know, this
decency?
time around, inshallah, I'm going to
I'm
have you
just
over as
joking.
well. So please make sure that you take out time. I mean,
For
obviously,
sure.
you know, since you're busy with your in-laws, you're going to Qaria and then coming
Yeah.
back and then programs. Not that I have never invited her, but yeah, she's never showed up as well. But this time around, I'm saying it on national television. Shiza, you're invited at my
Thank
place
you.
for the barbecue party. Whenever I'm going to have it, I'm going to let you know as well. But
Brilliant.
without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, another set of beautiful people over here in the studios with us who on and off have been a regular part of the show. They've been taking out time and making sure that they join us as well. And we are full of gratitude today because on the first day of Eid, they've taken out time, they've left their families behind. They are over here with us, celebrating their Eid with us and with all of you people as well. So without any further ado, but let me tell you, you know, in this half of the show, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to play 2 games. We're going to listen to 2-3 songs as well, and then obviously have fun conversation. First up, this lady, initially when she came up on the show, you know, she was a corporate banker and a trainer as well. Now, alhamdulillah, she's hosting her own TV show. Ladies and gentlemen, she is Miss SAIMA. AMJAD, hello, assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak.
Hello, Shiza, thank you so much. It's always love, you know, being with this part of this show.
Thank you very
It's
much for
lovely to
joining us,
have
and it's
you.
wonderful to have you as well. And it's lovely for us, but the same question, and that is, since you're hosting your own show as well,
Yeah.
how come we were never invited on your show?
Okay, so it's just the beginning. Let's see, inshallah.
Inshallah,
Obviously,
inshallah.
I would love having you guys on my show.
Inshallah, and all the very best as well. Alongside her, ladies and gentlemen, we're lucky that we've actually been joined by a singer as well, and not just her. You know, her daughter's joining us as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that we've actually been joined by Miss Malika and Noor. Hello, assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak.
Alaikum assalam. Thank you so much.
And
Thank
thank
you
you
so
very
much
much
for
for
calling
joining
me.
us. It's wonderful to have you. Thank you
I
very
would
much.
like to thank PTV, first
Yeah.
of all. They
Shukriya.
called me and they worth me consider singing.
MashaAllah.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you very much. And you know, it's wonderful to have you over here. I don't know how your husband might be feeling because on the first day of Eid, you've actually left him behind. But it's perfectly all right. As far as he's happy, yeah. We're going to look after her, don't worry, okay? And alongside her, ladies and gentlemen, we're lucky that we've actually been joined by an artist. She happens to be an advisor for the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf Insaf wing as well. She is Miss Rabia Zakir. Hello, assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak.
Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak.
Walaikum assalam, khair Mubarak. How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Thank you very much for joining us. And as soon as you replied, you know, those kids whom parents actually pulled them out of their bed and their rooms and then make them sit in front of their guests and be like, Eid Mubarak, bolo beta uncle ko. You just said it that way as well. But wonderful to have you over here. Last but not the least, ladies and gentlemen, this guy, I actually, just moments ago, was taking lessons of how can I be a good singer. And while he was doing his audio check, he was doing some alap. Ladies and gentlemen, he is one of the most finest singers over here. He is Mr. ZAHEER Abbas. Hello, assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak, sir.
Walaikum assalam. Thank you very much. I am very lucky and very happy to see Shahzad and SHIZA, the wonderful host of this program. And on the first day of my Eid, this is very quite different Eid which I am spending in your studio.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Well,
we hope that, you know, by different you mean that, you know, it's good and it's lovely and it's you're happy to be here.
Because in first day when you out of your family, so everybody was asking where are you going?
Yeah.
So I said, Mr. Shahzad called me that I cannot come. So please come and take your mutton. So this was the charm for my family.
Wow.
So I am going to take some mutton from Shahzad.
Wow, that's wonderful, and you certainly will get mutton, sir, inshallah. And you know, very quickly, you know, one thing which I wanted to ask, and that is that all your life you've been singing. You're one of the most popular singers over here in Pakistan as well, and you've always done justice with that. But for such a legend to be over here on the show, आपने sir कभी सोचा था मेरे program पे आएंगे?
Oh,
मौका
of
मिलेगा?
course. I think so. I am lucky to be the part of your show.
Likewise.
Because every show has its own worth.
Exactly.
So as far as I am the part of PTV World and your morning show, it has its own rating, its own worth. So I feel player. So it increases your profile.
Wow.
So this is first time that I am with you.
Theirs and ours both, obviously. You know, you make our program worthy of watching. Thank you very much, each and every one of you. And on this point, ladies and gentlemen, I would actually love to thank our producer Saab as well, Jamshed Saab. He puts in a lot of effort.
Every
Even
day.
Hasnan, you know, he's been very responsible, especially on Eid programs as well. You know, our cameraman team as well, you know, these guys behind the cameras, they have left their families behind as well. People in the MCR, engineers, audio engineers, our bosses, Iftikhar, Junaid, you know, everybody, they, you know, they make our team look wonderful. And that's why that we are actually able to sit over here and host this lovely show as well. So, Miss SAIMA, how's your Eid so far?
So it's very good because being part of your show is like a part of my
lifetime
Eid
and
always,
reunion.
because it's been like 2-3 times that I'm invited on Eid shows exclusively, less for my professional achievements and acknowledgements. I'm invited for each show. So my Eid is in fact incomplete without your show. So I'm really glad to be part of this show.
Well, we're
today.
always really
Wow,
glad to have
that's wonderful. And do you participate in the sacrifice as well? You know,
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course, all the time, because sacrifice is something which actually is the revival of our faith, our love for Allah is that message. And but then we need to know that which part of the sacrifice you want to make this Eid. Is it only the goat and the cow or some other attachments which also you want to sacrifice? So basically that's the essence.
Yeah, of course.
So yes, I've been sacrificing like since I've you know got to know, not only started working, it's nothing about, you know, you have to work, or if you say it in like Sahibi Haisiyat, oh no, it's not about that. It's all about love, because if we see the life history of our Prophet, so he was never Sahibi Haisiyat all his life, but he's been sacrificing. It's just the revival of that.
It's the
What a
spirit.
wonderful
It's the
message, man.
spirit,
Wow. I think that this is one of the most wonderful messages I've ever come across, and that's the true essence of this Eid or any Eid, where everybody comes together, there's love, there's emotion, and we share and we care as well. Wonderfully said as well. Miss Malika, what about you? What would you like to say today?
What do you do on Eids usually?
First of all, I'm very happy being here.
Alhamdulillah.
I was told yesterday that I'm going to be in a show on PTV, and I was much excited.
Cute.
And that's wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us.
Today, I will sing one of Madam's song.
MashaAllah.
Madam,
Please
would
go
you
ahead.
like-
Take it away. Take it away.
Let's do it.
Hope you will like it.
Oh, we love it, I'm sure.
बावरी चकोरी करे दुनिया से चोरी चोरी चंदा से प्यार बावरी चकोरी आ ऐसे में आके सनम दिल में समा जा अब तो आ जा ऐसे में आके सनम दिल में समा जा अब तो आ जा देख देख राह तेरी मैं तो हुई बेकरार बावरी चकोरी करे दुनिया से चोरी चोरी चंदा से प्यार बावरी चकोरी.
Wow, that's wonderful. Which actually makes me think, who do we refer to as Bawri Chakori? Who's Bawri Chakori?
One who is mad, I think, who is mad in love.
Hi. It's a yes from my side. It's a big yes. Oh, that's wonderful. Moving on to you, Rabia. So, you know, you happen to be an artist, and that too a good one, alhamdulillah. You've been on the show multiple times.
Yeah, thank
How
you.
is Eid for people like you, you know, Sir Zahir and ma'am, you know, artists, you know, they're very different people. And, you know, I believe everybody's an artist in this segment, ladies and gentlemen, because Saima's actually hosting a show. She sings as well. She's an artist, and Zahir Abbas over here. Noor, obviously, alhamdulillah, is an artist in the making. So, how's your Eid?
Eid is same like other people.
Okay.
Usually, artists eat like, but you know, for an artist, we have so much visuals and imagination still on Eid day that okay, we have to do this and we have to do this. So.
Did you ever come across यार वो पिछली ईद वाला बकरा बनाती हुई ज़फर?
No, never. No, I never draw like bakra.
I'm sorry, but it's Eid, you know, you actually have to excuse me for the lighter notes, you know. I'm bringing in one after another one, but you'll be inshallah used to it in next 5 minutes.
Yes, but first of Zilhaj, I painted the exhibition for Hajj specially, and it's all based on Makkah, Medina, and all the arcans of holy places. So it will exhibited 2 days for public in Islamabad.
Wow,
that is congratulations.
Yes,
on
thank
that,
you.
I'm
And even Prime Ministers appreciate it as well, and the federal ministers and the deputy speaker also visited this exhibition over there.
Wow, mashallah.
That is
Yes.
brilliant, and I'm pretty sure it was amazing. I'd love to
Yes.
see that as well.
Thank
But do you think, like you said, that we like to think a lot as an artist, and you know the process is very different in terms of a personality, even developing a personality, even. Are you generally a very sensitive person? Do things matter to you? Do you care about things? Because in this case, if we talk about Eid Ul Azha, would you get, let's say, super attached to your animal, and this qurbani would actually mean something to you?
Yes, actually, because you know, artist is very sensitive, as you told, and you know, with a very little of time, we are attached, you know, with the persons or animals or any living things.
Yeah.
So obviously, when I was a child, I was so much you know, sensitive about okay, the next day the animal will be sacrificed. Then my mother, my father, you know, explained me that, you know, because it's a part of our religion that we have to sacrifice the most beloved thing,
Right.
and that is the lesson.
Right, absolutely.
And the main concept is that we have to learn how to sacrifice our most precious thing on this special day.
Wow, that's wonderful,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
such a beautiful message as well. So, do you have 1,000 kulla? Because that's something everybody is now in love with these days as well. Zaid bhai, you know, coming down to you, you know, this is something which I was asking our guest in the previous segment as well. That when I was actually a boy, you know, I would actually go to my mom and request her to, you know, give me bada wala shopper, of course, so that I can go to somebody's special place and be like, auntie, mein gosht leke aaya, or something, whatever. Have you ever done that?
First of all, when I was out of your studio, some boy asked me, please, ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ compare ਬੜਾ ਸਖਤ ਹੈ. But when I came here, I feel very comfortable, and you give a opportunity to everyone to be relaxed. And second thing, on Eid day, I just make a quote on Eid day, just E-I-D, E for everyone, and I for identify, and D for deserving.
Okay.
Everyone should identify the deserving. The same message which SAIMA has told us. I translate it into very small word, E-I-D, Eid. Everyone should identify the deserving people on Eid day. Or as far as singers,
So did you identify somebody who deserved your love on Eid
Yes,
Day?
yes. I used to make a song for her, so which I would like to present in front of all of you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on Eid Day, Mr. Zahir Abbas has actually identified somebody who actually deserves his heart, ladies and gentlemen, and his vocals, and this song is dedicated to her. Who is she?
She is watching my show.
Oh.
Dila ठहर जा यार दा नज़ारा लैण दे दिला ठहर जा यार दा नज़ारा लैण दे कोई ਜਾਂਦੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਜਣਾ ਨੂੰ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿਣ ਦੇ ਕੋਈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਸਜਣਾ ਨੂੰ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿਣ ਦੇ ਦਿਲਾ ਠਹਿਰ ਜਾ ਯਾਰ ਦਾ ਨਜ਼ਾਰਾ ਲੈਣ ਦੇ दिला एवें ना तू डोल बोल प्यार वाले बोल दिला एवें ना तू डोल बोल प्यार वाले बोल बैजा सजना दे कोल सारे दुखड़े तू फोल अज खेंदियां ने अखियां ते खैलण दे अज खेंदियां ने अखियां ते खैलण दे दिला ठहर जा यार दा नज़ारा लैण दे
Wow, wow, wow. Beautiful,
You are so
mesmerizing.
melodious, mashallah.
Wow.
Thank you, Shiza.
Wow, and you picked up on a good song as well. You know, it brings back a lot of memory because I still remember.
you?
Yes, because I still remember that, you know, whenever we used to travel with our grandfather, Abbaji, may his soul rest in peace, I have a lot of memories with him.
Of course.
So you only used to listen to Kishore Saab or Madam Noor Jahan only. And, you know, so he would have these two cassettes in his pocket all the time, and these were the only cassettes we were supposed to listen to. We cannot put in any other cassette at that time as well. So, you know, I have cherishable memories
So sweet.
with these songs as well, and this was a beautiful song. Thank you very much, Zahir Saab. क्या बात है, आपने मुझे आज मेरे दादा की याद करा दी सर. Wonderful, wonderful.
But, well, I have a question for both of you singers actually. I'm sure this happens on special occasions, but on Eid, I mean, does it happen that whenever the family gets together, they're like, oh, बैठ जाओ सारे ये गाना गाएगी अभी? Does it happen? Is there always a request? कोई फरमाइश होती है हमेशा?
आई थिंक रिक्वेस्ट तो यहीं पे ही हो रही है हमें यहाँ पे ही हो रही है ज्यादा तो घर में उतना घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर
Oh, I'm sure they value you. What about you?
I think I will go with
What she said.
yes, he will second me sure.
Okay,
Yes.
so I
क्या
guess-
लेने दे हैं फिर ठीक है जी कोई नहीं मसला. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's about time that we are actually going to kind of play a game
Yeah.
with each and every one of you. So either you
pass
can
these
say a
on.
yes or a no. Never have I ever. हम सर सवालात पूछेंगे, अगर आपने वो काम किया हुआ तो आपने कहना है yes, अगर नहीं किया हुआ तो आपने कहना है no.
So here's the thing.
And I'm going to
guys.
play the game as well because I don't want to ask the question this time around. I want Shiza to do that. So let's see.
So so there are two answers on the back and front.
Yes.
Yes.
And the answer should face that camera right in
Yeah.
front of you, all right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So are you guys ready?
I say yes, like this, and then like this. It's going to be a no. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever, you know, anybody can understand that it's a no.
Yes, for sure. Okay. Oh my God, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
I lost the page. Never. Okay. Sorry,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know where to start.
Let me give you a
this
disclaimer
one.
as well. So I haven't really kind of did the censorship thing with the questions. So
that's
you'll have
why
to do it here.
While I
Let's
ask,
do it.
never have I ever stalked someone on social media.
I have.
कि
Yes.
social media पे कभी Instagram, Facebook
You've
पे
never
कभी किसी
checked
को
anybody's
stalk नहीं
profile
किया
on
चोरी
Facebook,
से?
Instagram? Yes.
I think
yes.
I answered
Yes.
आप Facebook का account नहीं है आपका? No, see, we cannot cheat.
Never,
we
she
cannot
said
cheat. So you have
never,
obviously.
no? I
Never
said-
have I ever. So said
Okay.
yes.
Yes,
I have.
I have.
Yes.
You have. All right.
Okay.
She
I
has.
think
She has.
everyone has.
Okay, so let me ask you, who did you stalk?
Recently, because every day we
recently-
stalk.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I actually have stalked a lot Biden, Mr. Biden.
Mr. Biden, okay. That was a safe
Because
Are you
choice.
questioning his values?
Just actually, I'm just in love with all the success stories, and it's such an inspirational
He
you know,
is. I
history,
mean, at
life
this
history
age-
he has. So yes, Mr. Biden, you're the one.
Wow, that's wonderful, and that was a politically
I like
correct
it.
answer as well. What about you, ma'am? आपने Facebook पे किसका पीछा किया?
Not on Facebook, on Instagram.
Okay.
I
किसको
would say Sajjad Ali Saab.
वाह 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 वाह.
Well, maybe
I
you were
always
learning newer
see-
songs.
क्या बात है, क्या
I
बात है.
always see
Rabia,
his
what about
posts
you?
keenly.
Yes, mostly political people,
Okay.
and especially our leader Imran Khan.
माशाल्लाह.
But that's not stalking. I mean, everyone follows
The,
him.
the stalking one is personal.
Hey, wonderful. Zaid bhai.
Shriya Ghoshal.
Shriya Ghoshal.
Okay.
आपको खास वजह?
So she is melodious voice.
Alhamdulillah.
I idealize her.
And other than her, did you actually stalk somebody else as well? You know who's actually watching you on television right now?
No. Never.
Yeah,
Okay, are you guys ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Shazad, who did you stalk recently?
Well, I've stalked a lot of people, man. I
Recently.
mean, recently, I
Myra
think
Khan.
it was Firoz probably because I like his posts. You know, he always talks about Allah, spreads the message of Allah as well, and I keep on sharing these posts as well. Yeah,
I
so I
have
did
my
that.
comments
I did that,
reserved.
alhamdulillah.
All
What about
right.
you? Who did you stalk?
Well, I'm not playing the game, you guys.
Okay, please go ahead.
Smart answer.
Never, है ना? Never have I ever shaved my head completely.
No, I haven't.
I think as a child,
I think
everyone did.
once I did my sister's head. You know, I
not
shaved my
me, no?
sister's head once.
Acha, for consciously, no one did.
No.
Only you did?
Yes.
When?
For 5 years, continuously.
Continue. Why?
I was in Gulf in Dubai, so there I had a
Is that a
French
look?
and yes.
Okay. I
كيف
like
حال يا ربي؟
الحمد لله.
أن كل باكستاني المسكين المنتظرين الإمداد.
You hide some other words.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Never have I ever ghosted someone.
What do we mean by ghosting?
By ghost you mean क्या
Drama.
आप उनसे बात कर रहे हो और abandon कर दो उनको बिल्कुल.
डरा दिया.
Oh yeah, एकदम ही.
नहीं नहीं, like you गायब हो जाए
Ignore.
उनकी जिंदगी से, बताए बगैर बस गायब हो जाए उनकी
Yeah, I
जिंदगी
have.
से. Have you ever ghosted
I'm
someone?
sorry, but I have.
I have, of course.
I mean,
and
you
we
have to do it at
one
times.
point.
No. I mean, we have 2 nice people in the studios and 3 mean ones as well.
You
Yeah, but
guys
it's
are so
alright, you know.
sweet,
At times
both
there are
of you.
people who actually get on your nerves and you really do not know what to do. So, you know, you kind of just stay quiet and just look for a spot and you skip.
You know, artists can't hurt someone, so you know.
But you don't. But there are people
Artist.
Yes, artists.
who are looking to be hurt.
Actually, once I was a part of a show,
Okay.
so they call me on time. You have to be here. We are very punctual. So I just
Ghosted them?
go on the time.
Oh, God.
No, I just reach on the time. But what happened? They just call some other people singing.
Okay.
So that was, I just.
Yeah, you did a great
I
job,
think
man.
it's
And
not
what about you, Saima?
So basically what happens is that once you are in an organization or your job is like meeting a lot of people, so you have to put your foot down and draw a line at
Yeah,
a
yeah,
certain
yeah.
point,
Obviously.
and then you have to get back.
And it's
So
important.
it's the art of saying no.
Exactly.
So it's not like you cannot make everyone happy. It's not, as a matter
not
of fact, you
Nutella.
have to draw a line.
Exactly.
So you have to, do
Yeah,
it
and for all
once in
those
a while.
people who actually make everybody happy, you know, I
They're
have a
not
message
real.
for you. You know, all you need to do is sell ice cream. You know, everybody will be happy with you. Please. You know, I literally do not like people who makes everyone happy. You know,
Because
sorry,
Even
can't do
again,
that.
like the diet conscious people won't be happy even if you start selling ice cream.
Yeah, not everybody will
Not
be happy. Yes.
That is actually a brilliant, anecdote. No one
Yeah.
will ever be completely happy
Okay, the
with
next
you.
one.
Yeah, okay. Never have I ever gotten heated during a family game. Like, for example, मैं छोटे होते हुए लूडो के वक्त मुझे गुस्सा आता है अगर if someone kills me and I get so fiery.
Oh.
So never have I ever gotten angry over a game.
I have never. I mean, with friends probably, but
Really?
with family, no.
Yeah.
Because I
None
always
of
win.
you?
Because
I
it's
always
just a
win. Yeah, I
game.
mean, with family,
Oh my God.
And I always lose, so
I
no
always
point
lose.
of
that's
getting
why-
aggressive on that because that is so.
Yeah.
I never
Obvious.
play Ludo. That's why I say no.
That's what you say.
What do you play? What do you play though?
I only do Riaz.
Riaz, that's
Yes.
it.
But do you get angry when
Riaz
things
में
don't
खेल
go
जाते हैं
right?
आप हैं.
I do angry when I am doing Riaz and my small boy came and disturbed me. That's why
That's it.
sometime I.
Mashallah, mashallah, mashallah. Zabardast.
Okay, now this is a very simple question,
Go ahead.
and I might know the answers, but be honest to your heart.
I will.
Never have I ever been in love, in true love. Do we even know? I mean, oh my God, that is
So you've
funny.
been in love and you have not been in love. So from your side, you've been in love, and from her side, she wasn't in love.
Aw, that's sad.
I mean, the expression he gave is priceless. It's priceless. Yeah, what about you?
But you guys show me
No
your
and
answers.
yes.
No and yes?
Yes, because still we are
50-50.
Figuring it out.
what exactly love
Is
is.
love.
Yeah,
है ना?
relationship
it
status
keeps on
complicated.
changing, you know, its forms and shapes and whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, every love relationship has an expiry, and what is that? So still, it needs to be figured out what
Exactly.
exactly to
I'm
love it.
sorry, I didn't listen.
Have you
क्या
ever
आपने
been
कभी
in
प्यार
love?
किया?
True love?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes?
Yes.
Oh.
फिर yes बोले ना, क्यों नहीं बोले?
To me, it's always yes with the music.
वाह
With
जी
the
वाह.
music.
In the first place.
Safe answer,
Yeah, because I was about to say with parents, man, with parents, okay, for everybody
I thought
watching,
she
I
was
love
gonna-
my parents.
I thought she was going to say, I love Noor. But she's like, no,
But
I
she
love
opted
Before
for
she
music.
came in.
Oh,
Before-
yeah, music has been your
Yes.
partner for so
It
long.
was with me before.
जी Rabia
she
जी?
came in.
Okay, yes.
Yes, I like it.
You're
yeah.
so cute.
I like it. Wow, that's wonderful. So one last question, please. Let's do it very quickly. I mean, I feel like I'm in an examination hall because I don't know what she's going to ask next. Okay.
Well,
please.
I don't want this to be controversial, but these are Shazad's questions, just to declare. Never have I ever had a crush on my teacher.
I have.
I think
Yes.
What's bad in it? I mean, obviously,
All
female
of
teachers
my
and
female teachers were there,
you
so
cannot have
no
crush.
chance.
Yes,
Female
yes.
teachers say.
Ustad के साथ सर
any,
मोहब्बत?
well, no. You both have.
Yeah, I have.
Do you
That's
want?
my school teacher.
Of
Yeah, yeah,
course,
yeah.
of course. Yeah. I think
female
I think
teacher,
as a
yeah.
young kid, you're looking up to someone, right? I think they're your first inspiration as well. So maybe if you can call that crush, that can be safe.
I mean, obviously, you know, so I was literally in love with this teacher of mine, and her name was Shahzad, you know, fortunately. So, you know, I don't know, probably this is the reason.
Her name was
And,
Shahzad?
and yeah, and she was my English teacher as well. So, ma'am, look at me, man, where have I landed myself, alhamdulillah. Well, but
Well,
that's
you
great.
guys were a great sport. Actually, we're done with the game. So clap for yourselves. I had some very funny and brilliant answers as well.
Once I said to one of my teacher,
Yeah.
कि टीचर के तेरा रास्ते में गांव पड़ गया है, तेरा रास्ते में गांव पड़ गया है,
Yeah.
ये रास्ता मेरे पाँव पड़ गया है.
Aye. Wow,
Teacher
you-
called me
What
after
did the
school.
teacher
"आ जा
say?"
जरा अंदर से.
And you know, with that, I actually remember one of our very amazing friends, Yasir Tanoli, if you're out there, Eid Mubarak Janda. And so what he did was, so it was our second semester in the university. And you know, as a student, you never have this courage to actually speak in front of the teacher that, okay, you know, that you kind of like her or whatever it is.
Obviously.
You know, out of respect even. So this wonderful friend of mine, he stood up in front of the class, in front of the entire class, and be like, "Madam, मेरे को तेरे से प्यार हो गया रे."
And what happens afterwards
She
might be
must-
Yeah,
another story.
he was thrown out of the university, so he went to another university then, you know.
And
so
did the same thing?
no, he never did the same thing. Obviously, you know, he got his lesson. But yeah, he did that. I mean, I still, till date, I cannot comprehend this because, you know, how can you actually say this to your teacher? Yeah, yes, sharam aani chahiye.
No,
you
actually,
do that?
well, the reason of the story is, just on a funny note, we're not trying to promote this culture. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm sure the person on the receiving end must have been uncomfortable, so never
Obviously.
do that.
Exactly.
All right. Yes, you have
I
something.
remember a very
Another story?
interesting story of my teacher. I was in class 5th na, so the name of the teacher was teacher Nargis. So she likes my voice. She said whenever she's disturbed, now I felt that she called me on the just come here,
What?
where is your homework? And I was not a good student
Yeah.
of social study.
Yeah, we realized.
So she said, okay, if you have your homework is not complete, stand here and sing a song for me. So I used to this song for her. एक बार मिलो हमसे तो 100 बार मिलेंगे, हम जैसे कहाँ तुमको तलबगार मिलेंगे, हम जैसे कहाँ तुमको तलबगार मिलेंगे, कैसे ये कहें तुमसे हमें प्यार है कितना, आँखों की तलब बढ़ती है देखें तुम्हें जितना, आँखों की तलब बढ़ती है देखें तुम्हें जितना, हम बन के तुम्हें प्यार का पैगाम मिलेंगे, हम जैसे कहाँ तुमको तलबगार मिलेंगे, एक बार मिलो हमसे.
Wow, 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 wow.
Wow, and I'm sure then your homework was forgiven.
Yes, and I have 90 plus marks in social study always.
That's good. But you know, sir, what was hard for me to understand was that a kid who's actually in the 5th grade and is singing a song with such amazing bhari Urdu ke alfaz, I think the teacher was blown away in any case. You know?
She was
like, yeah,
he's
what a
good in
talented
Urdu.
kid he
Yes,
is.
yes.
Alhamdulillah.
That was the first movie in our childhood which we see, Bobby. So I remember that song. It was very nice composition.
Well, that's
बचपन में आप
nice.
फिल्में भी देख रहे थे, गाने भी गा रहे थे, तुसी पढ़ाई कर रहे थे?
Sir, I am MBA marketing.
वो तो चलो ਅਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਹੁਣ माशाल्लाह.
Oh, we have 3 MBAs here, right?
Yeah.
Great.
Who is the third one?
Ma'am
Mashallah.
Saima.
Yes, alhamdulillah. You know,
I think
everybody.
we have to listen another song from Malika.
Yeah, we were actually going to
Definitely.
move on to Miss Malika as well, but you know, I'm going to come down to Rabia because Rabia, today I have figured out, ladies and gentlemen, that as an artist, she obviously is very shy, but she's a great artist and we know that. And she's been stalking a lot of politicians as well.
And someone in secret as well.
Yeah, and someone in secret as well. So Rabia, you know, I want you to say something for that someone special whom you've been stalking in secrecy. Yeah, please go ahead. Say something.
Do you have a message
Anything.
for them on
Anything
Eid?
you want to tell them, anything you want to share with them, you know, just open your heart and just say it.
No, seriously, no.
That's why the person says,
Actually,
Shahzad
you know-
bhai is very tricky. And so be careful.
Whenever I stalk someone, the very next day they come to know that okay, I'm stalking them because I'm too bad in stalking. Seriously.
Do you end up liking their pictures from
Yes,
3 years
sometimes.
ago? Oh, that's a
Yesterday
no-no.
someone told me, oh, you are stalking me. Yeah. And I said, okay, yes,
Oh,
I do.
no. You're so cute.
Yeah, and I mean, this is something which people do on purpose as well. I mean, I might have done it some time ago as well, and that
To
is
like
that, you know, what you do is, if you want to kind of tell them that, hey, you know what, I'm here, just go down into their profile, like the oldest picture, and they'll be like, okay, yeah, you know, who's liking this picture?
I
you know?
restrict those people who like pictures from years.
Oh, obviously,
I mean,
I'm not going to
why
go
you-
and like anybody else's picture. I mean, people you are in conversation with, you want to give them a message,
if you
and
know,
let them
for
know.
sure, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, come
Okay,
on.
so
Yeah.
do you have a message for anyone? I mean, it can be anyone, maybe your family
Yeah.
members on this special day.
उनके मोंडे में
yes.
बंदूक चला दे.
हाँ.
Okay, for my family, for my friends and friends, fans and followers all.
Yeah.
Thank you for their supports that I'm being here and they love, they appreciates my work, my efforts, and especially my family
Yeah.
and my sister especially, like you know, because of them I'm here.
Alhamdulillah,
Yes.
alhamdulillah. Thank
And
you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. That's a wonderful message. And you know, the support system, ladies and gentlemen,
Matters.
is something which
It's-
is very imperative. It's pivotal for anybody's grooming, for anybody to be where they want to be in their life as well. And you know, for all those parents, for all those siblings, for all those friends who are out there, you know, we definitely want to thank you for being with us, for supporting us, for making us the children we are today. And this is something which we obviously will take forward for our kids as well. And we believe that, alhamdulillah, that just the way we were blessed, inshallah, our future generations will be blessed as well. Which is why, moving on to you, Miss Malika, what are you going to share with us now? Gana ho jaye ek acha sa.
It's again a Madam Noor Jahan song
Wow,
because I think the format of this program would allow me to sing only Pakistani content.
Yes,
Yeah, for
yeah, we
that
love
for
Pakistani content
Okay,
only.
okay. Though I sing
I
Indian
know,
song as well,
we know, but you know,
फिर
this
भी
is something which
ठीक
we
है
would
जी,
request.
ये एक और मैडम का गाना है, उनको
Okay.
ट्रिब्यूट है और डेडिकेट कर रही हूँ मैं ये अपने मियाँ को,
Oh,
अपने
that's
हस्बैंड
so
को.
sweet.
To
He
allow
must
her
be
to come
watching you
here.
right now.
And you know,
after this, you should give him a message on
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
and the same way she was
Definitely.
saying her ki murgi dal barabar, but yeah, finally it's here for you, sir.
It's
Thank you
because-
very much. Yes,
It's all
please go
because
ahead.
of him, yes.
So
thank-
sweet.
Noor, पापा के लिए गाना गा रही मम्मा.
मैं तेरे संग कैसे
वाह.
चलूं सजना, तू समंदर है मैं साहिलों की हवा, मैं तेरे संग कैसे चलूं सजना, तू समंदर है मैं साहिलों की हवा, तू मेरा हाथ हाथों में लेके चले, मेहरबानी तेरी, तेरी आहट से दिल का दरीचा खुले, मैं दीवानी तेरी, मैं
तू बहारों की खुशबू भरी शाम है, मैं सितारा तेरा, मैं सितारा तेरा, मैं तेरे संग कैसे चलूं सजना, तू समंदर है मैं साहिलों की हवा, तू चले तो सितारे भी चलने लगे, आंसुओं की तरह ख्वाब पे ख्वाब आँखों में जलने लगे, आरज़ू की तरह, आरज़ू की तरह तेरी मंजिल बने मेरा हर रास्ता, तू समंदर है मैं साहिलों की हवा, मैं तेरे संग कैसे चलूं सजना, तू समंदर है मैं साहिलों की हवा.
Wow, that was beautiful, splendid and wonderful
So
as well.
sweet.
But imagine even in the song she's actually kind of having an argument कि भाई मैं आपके साथ कैसे चलूँ, आप मैं साइलों की हवा हूँ, आप समुंदर चल रहे हैं.
You are on duty and I am in studio.
Well, that's wonderful, but you sang it beautifully as well. You
Thank you
did
so
justice
much.
to it,
Thank you.
which is why now finally we actually going to play one more game as well. We only have left with 3 to 4 minutes, but this game which we are about to play, we have named it Think Fast. So whatever question I'm going to ask you, whatever comes to your mind in the first place, think fast. You know, you
Rapid fire.
really cannot.
Yeah,
you do not even have time to think. Okay, just consider that. So 5 questions each. Whatever comes to your mind, please let us know. Okay. So Miss SAIMA, I'll start with you. What names did you give to your goats?
Goats?
Yeah.
What time?
What
What
names?
names?
Names? Never. I've never named.
Never. You haven't given a name. Okay. Name that one friend you dislike the most.
Quick, quick.
Okay, so I don't call him or her a
friends.
friend. That's not a friend.
No, but you still have friends which you dislike. I mean, they're still your friends, but you just do not like them. You know?
Oh my
Please
God.
go ahead.
Say Shahzad.
I think she has an answer.
She does not want to answer. Okay.
Very-
Where does Auntie Shamim live?
Just across the corner.
Just across the corner. Wow. Ba, ba, how many times did I say ba?
3.
Right, 3, yeah. She's actually the first person who's actually
no
answered
one
it
gets
correctly
that.
as well. Anybody, you know, off the record, ladies and gentlemen, I was actually trying to ask these questions with a lot of my colleagues and everybody said true. You're a wonderful lady. Wow, wonderful. You know, you did justice with that. Miss Malika, are you ready? So, तेज सोचना है, फौरन, बल्कि सोचना ही नहीं, फौरन बताना है आपने, okay? Why is Johnson a bad guy?
I have no idea.
Okay, yeah, she does not have
Bad
idea
guy.
why Johnson is a bad guy. Who was that boy?
Who?
What is your band's name?
There's no name
Why should I believe you?
because I sing better. I guess.
Alone?
Okay.
She's like, I don't have a band. I
Okay,
sing.
what's another word for socks?
Socks के लिए कोई और word.
Should I translate it?
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
In
Jarabe?
another language.
हाँ जुराबे.
Yeah, Jarabe, wow, that's wonderful, ladies
But
and
your
gentlemen. The
questions are very
alternate word for
tricky, I
socks
guess.
is
They are not very tough, but the way you are delivering.
Yeah, because
Mind games.
yeah, because the
Yeah.
questions are simple, but you have to
Exactly.
do it very quickly.
And now moving down to the last two, my favorite contestants for today, ladies and gentlemen. Rabia, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Who invented peanut butter?
Peanut.
What does your outgoing voicemail say?
I'm busy.
Who do I look like?
Sorry,
Who do I look like?
me or you?
Me.
You like Shahzad
Why were you late for brunch?
because I'm sleeping.
Okay, this one you can think. Okay, what's the German word for tomato sauce?
Sorry,
What's the German word for tomato sauce?
I don't know.
Yeah, something like this probably. But all right, I think you did a great job as well.
That's
Haji.
my most hated friend.
All right, sir. Ready?
Sir,
Sir, your darkest secret.
reading newspaper.
Reading newspaper. That's your darkest secret. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why did you drink my mouthwash?
Because it was Shahzad's.
That's a wonderful answer. Okay, what rhymes with Godzilla?
Tomato ketchup.
Do sharks go to heaven?
Of course, many times.
Why are bugs so small?
Because they are so small.
Why the big monkey is big?
Because I am more than him.
I like
Oh, okay. I think I'm going to miss out. How do you say Pakistan backwards?
How do I say Pakistan?
Backwards.
Pakistan is backward. No, I will never say.
Nazi cop.
Maxi cup.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
With your permission.
I mean, there's no gift because, you know, you guys will literally, I think there needs to be a gift hamper for Zaid Saab over here. Because you guys did a great job.
Before receiving the mutton and gift hamper, I would like on Eid day, I would like to say something with both of you.
Very quickly, we are very short on time.
Because the people who are on our boundaries, Tan Pag ne ona mama de, Jina mama de jaye ne, Tan Pag ne pen parama de, Jine godiyan veer खड़ाए ने अपने देश दी इज्जत तू जान अपनी दे दे वार कुड़े पुत्र हटाते नहीं विकदे.
And thank you very much, sir, for saying that as well, because ladies and gentlemen, towards the end, first of all, thank you very much. Eid Mubarak to everybody. Thank you very much for participating, joining us on this special day as well. Ladies and gentlemen, a moment of silence for all of our Kashmiri brothers out there as well, you know, people in Palestine and wherever there are people who are actually having problem, you know, our prayers go out for them and we think about you guys as well. And not just that, you know, for all of those kids which were martyred in the APS attack as well, ladies and gentlemen, we remember them. And all of those people who work for the, you know, Pakistan Army, Pakistan Navy, Pakistan Air Force, police, elite force, or anybody who's out there on the duty, Eid Mubarak to you, sir, as well. Thank you very much for securing our motherland. And for everybody who's out there, ladies and gentlemen, it's about time that we take a leave, but the programming is going to go on, and you will witness such amazing programs in the next few hours as well. So stay tuned to PTV World. 1, 2, 3, सारे मिलके ईद मुबारक बोलते हैं सर. वो बोलना है a very happy Eid Mubarak. Okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, a very happy Eid Mubarak.